Okay, so if you're the one running social media for a Jewish school or organization, you know the drill, right? It's this constant grind. Post the flyer, push the event, just try to get people in the room. But what if we're all kind of missing the bigger picture? Well, today we're going to dive into this incredible insight from Rokai Popak. And trust me, it's going to completely change how you think about marketing. We're talking about something way bigger than just promotion. It's about leadership, it's about building a community that actually lasts. Let's do this. And this quote from Rashi Popak, this is it. This is the whole ballgame right here. Strong Jewish communities are not built by attendance alone. I mean, look, getting people to show up is great. We all want that. But Rashi's point is, if that's the only thing we're counting, we are aiming way too low. Real strength, the stuff that makes a community feel alive and resilient, that comes from something way, way deeper than just counting heads. So, okay. That leads to the obvious question, right? If it's not just about attendance, then what is it built on? What's the secret sauce? Well, the answer Rachi found came from, a pretty unexpected place. So get this. Rachi Popak is just walking near a stadium, and she sees this sign, a really simple sign. It just said supporters section. And something clicked. Think about it. It didn't say attendees section or fans section. It said supporters section. And that one word, supporters, it sparked this huge realization about what we're actually trying to do when we build our communities. And this right here is what she realized. It's this huge difference. You've got the players, right? They're on the field, they're the focus of the game, but they're often just there for a season. They come and they go. But the supporters, man, they're in the stands. Their spot is permanent. They are the whole reason the stadium was built, the reason the team even exists in the first place. And this is where it all comes together. Roshi saw that this isn't just about sports. It's about how we market Jewish life. It completely changes the question we have to ask ourselves. With every single thing we post, are we talking to people like they're just temporary players we need to show up for one game? Or are we speaking to them like they're the supporters, the permanent, essential people who are the very reason we're here at all? Okay, and Rashi gives this perfect example of how this works in real life. Her organization was doing one of those awesome Hanukkah events at Home Depot, where kids build their own menorahs. The easy way to market it is just to focus on the what. Hey, come build a menorah. But instead, they went deeper. They focused on the why. The message became discover how you can brighten the world. You see that shift? It's subtle, but it's everything. That's the difference between just filling seats for an afternoon and actually building the future stewards of our community. And this is so, so important. This isn't just some clever marketing tactic or a new buzzword. No way. Rachi really frames this as a leadership standard. And it's not something pulled out of thin air. It's deeply, authentically rooted in core Jewish values about our responsibility to each other and to the future. So the first big idea comes from the Rebbe's vision of empowerment, and it's this. Jewish life isn't a spectator sport. It's not something you just show up and consume. It really truly thrives when every single one of us feels a personal sense of ownership, a real responsibility for carrying it on. And this teaching just captures that spirit perfectly. If you knew an Aleph, you were responsible for teaching it. I mean, think about that. It means everyone has something to give. It doesn't matter if you're a big shot scholar or if all you know is the very first letter of the alphabet. You have a part to play. You have a responsibility to share what you have. You're not on the sidelines. You are an essential part of this whole thing. Then there's this second incredible idea, the concept of the guarantors. You know the story from Sinai, right? When it came time to find a guarantor for the Torah, it wasn't the wise elders or the learned scholars. It was the children. And why? It's so powerful because they were the future. They represented the living, breathing promise that our story, our traditions, would continue. This isn't just a nice story. It's a blueprint. It teaches us to entrust our community to its members, not just to serve them. Okay, so we've got these big, beautiful ideas floating around. Supporters, stewards, guarantors. But what does it all mean for you, on a Tuesday afternoon when you're trying to write an Instagram post? Well, it all boils down to a really simple, really practical test you can use for literally everything you create. And here it is. This is the leadership test Rachi lays out for us. Before you hit publish, just ask yourself this one question. Is my message just answering what's happening? Because if it is, you're really just filling a calendar. But if your message answers the question, why do you, the person reading this, Why do you matter to us? Well, then you're doing something completely different. You're not just promoting, you are building a community. When you boil it all down, it's about this one massive shift in perspective. It's about moving people away from feeling like they're just consumers of Jewish life and helping them see themselves as its creators, its guardians. And this quote says it all, really. Jewish life doesn't just exist for you, it exists because of you. So, the next time you've got your finger hovering over that post button, just take a second, pause, and ask yourself, am I just trying to get bodies in a room for one day? Or am I reminding them that they have a permanent, crucial, honored place in the supporter section? Really think about it. What is your marketing truly building?